any time in my life.
I'm rolling with it all, baby. We're back, as promised. Back down here in Porchville. What's up?
Hell yeah!
PorchvillePod.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're all over those spots. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Share us, like us, and
Smash that like button.
Smash it. Smash the shit out of it. So if you listen to the last episode 60, and you are now settling in for episode 61, there's only one person here that has changed. David Bora has left.
For now.
And AJ Wilkerson has come in. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
How are you?
There are a lot more people here than the last time. I just heard voices.
And a lot more drunker.
And when I came around to the back porch, I was like, wow, it's a rally. I've never done one of these.
Dude, I got enough whiskey in my beard to intoxicate a midget.
It looks like you still have whiskey from Sturgeon 87 in there.
You're correct, sir.
So as normally we do an episode, we have some drinks, we enjoy ourselves, and by the end of it, we're usually feeling pretty good. Well, AJ, you're leaving town here soon, and you called me up and said, "Hey, what about a twofer? Can we pull it off?" I said, "Fuck yeah." The crowd is. I think the crowd is ready. I think the room is nice and.
Yeah, I made it just in time for the AA meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of booze do you want, man?
Asshole Anonymous.
My name's AJ, and I'm an addict.
I'll take a whiskey.
So,
I'm glad two AJs showed up.
What?
You give him one White Claw, and he can't keep his shit together.
White Claw? Fuck that shit. Dude, you're sitting next to me, bro.
Fuck.
oh shit. So you're getting ready to go out on the road.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
February 4th is my first show in Portland, Oregon, with Jason Mewes.
Good luck.
So,
Congratulations.
That is awesome.
The great
Jason
and
Mewes
powerful Jason Mewes, man.
yeah, I got the official good news yesterday. His road manager called me, and all the paperwork is signed, and I'm in the rider, so it's legally official. It's happening.
And
That's
Jason
awesome.
still drew.
Congratulations, brother. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Very happy for you.
Hey, let's all pour a drink.
Dude,
That's awesome.
I am the biggest
All right.
Jason Mewes fan.
yeah,
So, yeah.
hell yeah.
Now I'm the
gonna try
biggest
some of this,
AJ Wilkerson fan.
some of this special.
Just don't
Jaeger
drink
you guys
all
were
of it.
talking about.
Oh.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Carl. Don't you fucking do it.
God
Carl,
damn it.
Carl is sleeping in the grass tonight. I will promise.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Cheers to you, buddy.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Carl's been dead for hours.
Cheers, man. Cheers, man.
I'm never dead.
Oh, we got brown sugar bourbon. So,
God damn it. Really? I got to empty my glass again?
no, don't do it.
Okay.
Hey,
So,
this Jaeger spice is not bad.
That's really good.
Good.
I'm telling you.
Did I tell you?
It really wants me to.
They didn't even have to
Kiss AJ's
rebottle
head
the
again.
snake oil. Like, it's still in the original bottle from 1901.
That's actually really good.
I
It's
said, your
delicious.
eyes were born.
You were about 15 at that point, right? Like 15, 16?
Exactly,
Yeah?
dude.
Already got his driver's license.
Dude.
What was the Great War like?
Dude, I got a bigger boner with AJ than I did with David.
I mean,
Hold on a second. Hold on.
To be fair, I look a lot more like modern prison inmates than David does, so that makes sense. I just got a gentle kiss on the back of my neck.
You know it.
Yeah, he's been kissing people tonight.
By a man's man.
I'm a kissy motherfucker.
I think he whispered a Hank Williams lyric in my ear on the way by.
That was my Joe Biden kiss.
Your hair smells real good, AJ.
You got hairy legs.
Let's be honest. Can we just admit, can we admit Joe Biden only smells people because his nostrils don't work anymore? He's gonna get that close to get a whiff. You know, You shake hands with like if you're like a normal person shakes hands with somebody if like they smell like they've been working for 8 hours. You're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna stay back here. If you're that age, you're like, get in here close, please. Get in here close for this sniffer. You know. That's why grandmas hold you so close.
God damn, man. So, Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, man.
Heading up there. Are
Yeah.
you driving? Taking the van?
No.
you
Not to
flying?
Portland. Yeah, I'm flying. To
Oh, so now you've
Getting on
you've
my first
officially
airplane. Yeah, for
moved
comedy.
on to
First
the
class.
whole thing. The whole time you're flying around.
We're gonna be in Florida for a couple weeks. I'll probably drive down to those, but
Yeah.
I'll have like a hotel and stuff to stay at. So
That's-
yeah, really moving on up. In
How
the
does
world,
how
you
does
know?
it feel? Because I mean, we've done 60 episodes.
God damn.
That's it. That's not a lot. We've been at this just over a year and a half.
I think this is like my fourth up here.
Yeah.
Fourth plus
Something
a call
like that,
in.
yeah.
Fourth
Yeah.
and a call in.
And and throughout the time that we've been doing this, your career has exploded. I mean,
Yeah, I basically
welcome,
started. I started
AJ.
comedy the same time you started the podcast.
Yeah.
yeah, we started at like the same time.
yeah. How does that
What
feel?
happened, Nick?
How does that feel? We're gonna cut Carl off.
We got AJ a good
I think we're
start,
an hour
and then
behind
people
cutting
forgot
him off.
about us because he was so good.
How does that feel? Like, because obviously, I mean, some of your dreams are coming true doing this.
Yeah.
What is that?
Like if he
what's
lets
that
me
feel
see his
like?
dick, all the dreams have come true. Like if Jay shows me his dick, we're there.
No, Carl. No,
Yeah,
Carl.
And
You
not-
said Jay.
Yeah, he said Jay. He said
God
Jay.
damn
He
it.
said Jay.
God damn.
What's your middle initial, Carl? We might allow it.
Now, how did that
My
come
dick
about?
was ready.
Like, how did you get to be,
So the last full episode I was here, because the one after that it was like a round table with a bunch of so my
Yeah.
last solo appearance here, I was getting ready to go do a tour. I had booked a tour with a company out of Tallahassee. Got down to Tallahassee, signed all the paperwork. They put us up in a house, and then the next day lockdown started. So
Oh, shit.
yeah. So I lost the tour. But I was still there for a couple months because we were still rehearsing. You know, when lockdown first started, it was supposed to be a couple of weeks. You know, so we were like, okay, we'll postpone
Flatten
a
the
couple
curve.
weeks.
Couple
yeah.
weeks back up and running.
Yeah. So 3 months later, we left the house and the tour was canceled. So I came back, and then I bought a van and converted it into a camper, and so I just found like all the places, like all the cities that were still open and still had comedy shows going, and I was just like, well, I'm going there, you know. And then I won the Portland Comedy Festival during quarantine.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's
that was awesome.
hardcore, dude.
I was
That's fucking
Fuck yeah.
hardcore.
I was really glad to see like the internet people coming out and actually supporting. You know, that was a great thing.
It was.
Yeah,
I
all
wish they
four
had
of us.
changed the name since it was like a virtual festival. It was all done like online.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you submitted your videos, people voted on your videos. That's how they picked a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot less like a comedy festival and a lot more like an OnlyFans competition. You know, but I got those subscribers. So
It's all that matters.
So people are paying you to see your boobies.
no, it's $4 to see my asshole. And
That's
You
a
know?
deal. Dude, I
all
don't know if you
my
guys have better
stuff, anything with my
OnlyFans.
face in, I couldn't show like tits because anything with my face in it, I had to keep classy. So I'd wear like a nice brassiere or something.
Right,
you know?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's
you
the way
know.
to do it.
This up here's the moneymaker. So above the waist, got to stay classy.
All right, I need you to text me later.
Yeah. You don't have the above the waist classy issue. Believe me, not with that haircut.
That's fair. I can actually.
He's
go
got
with
the
that.
below the waist Sasquatch. That's what he's got.
Damn.
We're
Come
gonna
back,
have to
Matt,
wait and
come back.
see. We're gonna have to wait and see.
I don't.
Matt, you were probably home like drunk and passed out, but that haircut looks like it was at the Capitol riot. Like,
Oh my god.
I got the horns ground down. So.
like that haircut just slipped itself
He did
loose
great.
while
His
you were in a
horns are
drunken
gone now. His
stupor.
horns are gone.
Like tied a "Don't Tread on Me" bandana around itself.
Oh, God damn it.
and then marched on Washington. It looks like Ronnie Millsap cut your hair.
Oh,
Dude, that motherfucker's blind.
oh man.
Yes.
That's why he's got that haircut.
I love that there are like 4 extra people here because that's like 4 people that can explain the jokes as I'm making them.
Dude, that's awesome. Dude, I can't help myself.
All right, crack on me. Crack on me.
Hey, when's that haircut publishing its manifesto?
2080.
Dude.
Got more curls in that thing than an Arby's fryer.
Dude, I love Arby's fries.
There is a. They are delicious.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
I should have kept doing roasts.
Yeah.
I can't.
There's-
Everyone around here is so sensitive.
I'm
Not you.
crying.
Not
I'm
you,
crying
Matt.
right now.
I think you just found it, Nick. It's the AJ hour, where he just roasts everybody.
Well,
See,
no,
I
so
think
far
that's
it's
a-
just been
I think it's a great
mainly
idea.
me.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
Okay, no joke though. That is one of like the 5 best haircuts ever to appear on Cops.
I'll take that. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
You know that Jaeger spice is making me a little spicy. I'm getting a little spicy.
That shit is dangerous, man. I'm telling you.
Dude, after like 5 shots of that fucking peanut butter whiskey, that shit is dangerous.
Tastes like somebody like wrapped one of those like fireballs in a black licorice Twizzler and then just like shoved it in your mouth.
Or your ass.
What?
Whoa.
What?
We all know it tastes better anally.
What's that called? A suppository? Like, they just like,
It's called Friday Night at Porchville. That's what that's called.
The second
Welcome
episode.
to the show.
oh.
Oh God.
Oh, shit.
Now I remember why we like him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking his jacket off, and now it's on.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Dude, his shirt just made me dizzy.
Maybe in conjunction with the whiskey.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, don't
The
blame
5
that
full
shit
glasses.
on me. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. That's you mix Screwball and Jaeger, that's on you. Take responsibility for your poor life choices.
Oh man.
He's
So when-
actually quoting Talladega Nights.
So you're flying to Portland.
Flying to Portland, yeah.
How long do you spend in Portland?
We're doing 5 shows.
5
so
shows.
like 4 or 5 days depending on travel.
One spot, different spots.
One spot. And I don't have my official my docket or anything, so I can't even tell you the name of the club. But Helium Comedy Club in Portland, Oregon. Oh, look
nice.
at me go.
Way to
Yeah.
go.
Forrest Gump for the win.
So
I got to be careful with the drinking because I'll go from Forrest Gump to Forrest Whitaker. Like,
Dude, there's nothing wrong with going from Forrest Gump to Forrest Ready.
you say that now, but when I can make eye contact with all of you at the same time, like, that's the problem.
So after Portland, do you know where you heading afterward?
Portland, and then I think we do 3 weeks in Florida. We're doing Tampa, Orlando, and Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples.
Yeah.
And then
Nipples.
from there, we'll go to hairy nipples. I don't know if you've been to Raleigh, but more chest hair per capita on the women than anywhere in the country. It's all the NASCAR fumes, I think. You know, something about the smell of motor oil that just grows chest hair.
Dude, I got a lot of chest hair.
Spent a lot of time around cars and stuff, didn't
Hey,
you? Motorcycle? Do you drive a bike?
No!
No?
No!
Walking around looking like you look and not having a motorcycle is actually probably pretty dangerous for you.
AJ,
Yes?
I just kissed your man bun, bro.
What?
Exactly. Who else can get away with that other than a biker? Like, if a biker dude in, like, full colors walks up to you in a bar, rips your head off, and kisses you on the top of the head, just be like, thank you, sir. You're not going to do shit.
He's
Put your headphones
And he's
back
doing
on.
it for the second time.
so
You know what? I just got like Monica Lewinsky a little bit. You know, there's probably the same age gap here too.
Dude,
We got like a Bill and Monica age gap going on.
Oh yeah. If you're looking at that, yeah, definitely.
I'm not getting under the table. Like, you can't make me. Let me get a little bit more of this Jaeger. You might not have to make me.
Is a cigar on the table.
All right.
Now, another question. Have you met Jason?
Yeah, I met him. So I won the Portland Comedy Festival, and while I was out doing like my road trips and stuff, I went to Kansas City, Missouri, and I did a show at the Comedy Club of Kansas City. Best comedy club name ever. It was, where are you going? The Comedy Club. Look it up. You know.
there it is.
But I did a show there, and then when I made it home, a couple weeks later, they started running for a contest to open for Jason Mewes. So I hit him up, and I was like, hey, I'll come do the contest. He's like, you're in Florida, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, if you want to drive 1,400 miles, you know, for the chance to win a contest, go for it. And I was like, all right, let's go.
Yep.
So, and then I won.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Dude, they
That's
fucked up.
fucking awesome, dude.
No, they fucked up. They fucked up.
What?
How's that?
Like, I won, but I won because there was a kid with MS, another comic with
my
MS,
God, damn,
and they
dude.
put him up right before me. So he
Oh,
talks about
man.
MS, then I go up, I start doing my shit, and then when I tell it, like, when I get to the part about being autistic, and I was like, oh, by the way, I'm autistic, and everyone starts dying laughing. I was like, me and the MS kid are actually here on behalf of Make-A-Wish Foundation, and everyone lost their shit. And then I just walked it off. I was like, all right, yeah, just...
That's awesome.
It wasn't Josh Blue, was it?
No, I don't think I'd be in a contest with Josh. You know, what are we gonna do? Arm wrestle for it? You know,
So you won the. So you won.
that's
the,
a great joke if you know who Josh Blue is.
Holy shit.
So you won. The oh Jesus Christ! So you won the contest.
I won the contest. Went back to open for Jay, and when I went back to open for Jay, it was a 1 night opening spot. So it was like Thursday night, 10 minutes. That was it.
That was it.
But that set went so well that Jay's road manager, I posted the audio because
Yeah.
I record all my show audio on my Apple Watch.
Right.
So I keep my mic in my left hand and I get perfect recordings of my audio from right there. But it was still running when I got off stage. So I went off stage, down the ramp, through the door into the green room, and Jay's manager was there, like, waiting for me. He's like, hey, man, so I work with Jay. You know, he's, like, whispering stuff. He's like, hey, man, so, like, I work with Jay. I'm like, he was wondering, like, can you, like, fly? Like, you know, like, get on an airplane and come on feature for him? And then Jason Mewes sticks his fucking head out of the green room into the hallway, and he's like, hey, bro, can you, like, get on planes and shit?
Dude, that sounded just like him.
Dude, do you know, like, the first words Jason Mewes said to me was like, hey, Broseph, can you get on play? Like, forever. I'll be like, hey, I'm that guy Jason Mewes called Broseph that one time, you know?
That would be the most amazing thing in the entire world.
That's awesome.
I can't tell you how many.
Then we Dutch ruddered in the hallway. It was great.
He's the one that introduced me to the Dutch rudder. And my life
let's-
has never been the same.
Okay,
ever
let's
again.
clarify, though. He didn't introduce you to the Dutch rudder. He just put a name on what you and your uncle used to do.
He was a
Like,
very
he just
nice
put a
uncle.
name to it, you know?
Holy shit.
He was a very nice uncle.
He's like, Dutch rudder, I just used to call this a late birthday present.
I got the best.
I had to wait till all the other kids from the party went home.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'm like.
So,
yeah, listen to him because obviously he knows about it.
so you do your 10 minutes.
Look, I know it's weird that I'm your uncle and I'm younger than you, but deal with it, all right? Like,
Shit happens.
So you do your 10 minutes.
yeah, I do my 10 minutes. It went great. They asked me to stay for the whole
And,
weekend.
and then you did the whole weekend.
I
and
did
that
the-
was Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that was the show I was on was Thursday, so I stayed Friday, Saturday, and then there was a Sunday show. So yeah, 5 shows.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And how'd those
awesome.
go?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get to hang out with Jay at all, or
a little bit
yeah.
at the end of the weekend? Like with all the coronavirus stuff, like they like his management team and those people were pretty strict about like, hey, like nobody in the green room other than Jay, stuff like that. But at the end of the weekend, like they were getting ready to leave, and he was like, hey, all the comedians, like, meet me out in the parking lot. So we all stood in the parking lot, like, in a smoker circle and just kind of shot the shit for like a
Let's
half
go
hour.
to Target.
Yeah.
Dude, Jay loves fucking Target, man.
He's so nice, man. He's not what I was like. You expect you hear horror stories about like meeting celebrities, or especially with comedians. Like there's just seems to be.
I expect him to be the guy out front of Clerks.
Oh,
He's
that
that
guy.
guy.
That's who I expect him to be.
He's that guy.
he
and
never
that guy
broke
wasn't
character.
high.
Yeah,
Because Jay's sober. He's been sober for 10 years.
has he?
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
he's been fully sober for 10 years. Doesn't even smoke weed.
That's
anymore.
that's actually the only reason why they made Clerks 2. Like that was like a
Yeah.
rule, like with Kevin
required.
Smith.
Kevin Smith said he had to stay sober.
Yeah,
Yep.
Kevin Smith said that Jason Mewes had to.
Or he did it
sober
as
up.
like a reward.
Clerks
for,
2 was
for-
better than Clerks 1.
Yeah, he's like, if you
I
can
mean,
stay sober for a year, we'll do
Yeah.
Clerks too.
I think they're gonna do
and they
Mallrats.
fucking did it.
Yeah.
I think they're doing
he
a Mallrats too now.
He just Kevin Smith just finished the first script for Clerks 3.
I heard
Yeah.
that.
What?
I heard that.
No
yeah.
fucking
Yep.
way.
Clerks 3, but I also heard there was a Mallrats 2 in the works.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that because Mallrats is probably one of my favorites out of the
Favorite, yeah.
out of the
Mallrats
original.
is one of the best.
I love Jason Lee in that movie. He's fucking fantastic.
Well, see, I want to talk.
What
to
about
Jay.
Ben Affleck? That movie actually
He's gonna try to
made-
fuck you someplace like
in the back of a
uncomfortable, like the back
Volkswagen.
of a Volkswagen.
In the back of a Volkswagen, and that movie actually made me hate Ben Affleck for the longest fucking time because I was just like, between that movie and Fast Times. Fast Times also made me hate him.
He wasn't in
Matt,
Fast
are you one of
Times.
those? Are you one of those people that's like? But then he really turned around with
wasn't in-
Giggly.
He wasn't in Fast Times.
He was in Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
That's what yeah. Days
But he
and
was
Confused.
good and good with hunting.
What?
Blap, blap.
So what you said you were gonna ask Jay.
Oh no,
About-
talking about Mallrats. Like I want to ask Jay about like Stan Lee.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously Stan Lee played
Yeah.
himself in that movie,
Yep.
and they became friends and like stayed friends until Stan Lee passed away. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Stanley like a motherfucker.
yeah. So now I'm like getting to like meet legends by proxy,
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah,
It's-
dude.
and it's been a pretty quick rise. I mean, when you all things considered.
Well, that's what I was gonna say when you asked me earlier. Like, how's it been? Well, like it hasn't been really until like yesterday, because it hadn't really kicked in. But then when the road manager called me, he's like, "Hey, like the rider, like everything's been signed. You're in the rider. Like it's 100% a go." I was like, "Oh, so it's real now," But before that, I just had like imposter syndrome,
Yeah.
because like you said, it's been a fast ride.
Yeah.
Like I've only been doing comedy 2 years,
Yeah.
and there are people here in town that have been doing it like 7-8 years, So it's been weird, like, people coming up and being like, hey, congratulations, it's so awesome, stuff like that. I'm like, what? Why are you paying attention to me?
Is there any sense of like jealousy at all, or because I mean you're pretty much the hardest working guy in comedy around here. So I mean everybody's got to
Yeah, not anything like that from like the local.
yeah.
Yeah, no, the locals. It's a lot. It's less jealousy and more like, hey, so now that you've made it, like,
Don't
you're gonna
forget
help
me.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of don't forget where you came from and don't forget the little people. And it's like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to forget you fucking people. Jesus Christ. I've been literally busting my ass killing myself because I'd rather die than continue to be friends with all of you. So
Damn.
Oh.
yeah, I didn't put enough stank on that to make sure people knew I was joking. It sounded real serious, like I fucking hate all of you. Yeah.
Well, hey,
I hope you drown. No.
I hate you too.
Not you,
So-
buddy.
so-
Not you, buddy.
so I
put
wanna-
my man bun back in your mouth.
So I want to play Nick for a second and say, comedy versus playing in Gainesville in a band. What, like, between the two of you, what's the like pay like? What is like the camaraderie
The what?
with other
It's so-
comedians and bands?
it's so cute that you think there's pay.
There's pay.
Yeah, there ain't pay.
Well,
Yeah, I know.
no, I'm saying between the two of you, whether you're in a band or whether you're a comedian.
So between a band and comedian, who makes like more money locally? Trivia hosts.
I'll be honest.
You can host a good trivia night. You're
I don't
doing
remember-
better than us.
I don't remember
The
making
guy,
any money
the guy
being
that's
in the
actually
band.
operating the karaoke machine.
I'll
If
be
you got
honest.
some Star Wars questions, you can make double.
We
Like,
would we could make a couple $100 for 45 minutes if we brought in a good crowd, sold the shit out of tickets, did a lot of legwork.
Keyword
If and we always did pretty well, but
That's because I've always bought all your tickets.
there was that too. But if
Man, I
not,
got $200
if
in my
not
pocket.
if not for going out and
how many of those tickets are you still hiding in that mullet?
It's 198.
And then,
We only went to one concert.
now the other side of that would be, what's the scene like between bands and
music
and
scene is
comedians?
dead.
Comedy scene's currently
Music
kind of
scene's
dead.
fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, comedy scene's currently kind of dead. Before coronavirus, we had stand up almost every night of the week. Before coronavirus, we had Monday nights at My Kai Kava Bar, Tuesday nights at the Midnight, Wednesday nights at World of Beer and House of Beer. We had 2 Wednesday night mics. For a while, we had a Thursday night at the World of Beer in Tioga, and then Friday night at 34th Street. And then we had Saturday monthly like rotating shows where we'd go to like Williston and Bellevue and shit like that. And then Sunday workshops. So we had comedy 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And then now with coronavirus, we just found out tonight was our last Friday show at World of Beer. They're shutting it back down.
All right.
yeah.
man.
So we are currently back down to 0 nights of comedy a
'cause-
week.
No, you got
Yeah, because
Porchville
ever
comedy
since
night.
you were on, I was like, oh shit, there's fucking comedy in Gainesville.
Yeah.
I need to go.
I was surprised. The first night that I went out was the night that I saw you at the High Dive when we talked then, and had you on a couple weeks thereafter. But yeah, I mean, I've been out to a handful and before the shutdown, and it seemed to be doing pretty well. But yeah, this past year, it's just
Starting in March, there will be. We just did the first one last week as like my going away show. Like that's the last show I'm doing in Gainesville, so I don't have any more performances. But Heartwood is starting in March is going to be the next one, and then it'll be a monthly comedy show at Heartwood.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that something you were working on, trying to get going for a little while?
Biddle was working on it.
Biddle was
Yeah.
working on that.
So, but good news, I talked to the owner when we did the Heartwood show last week, and he liked everything a lot. He was really happy, and they're doing it outside right now,
Right.
But when things are open up enough for us to move back inside, I've already talked to him, so we're gonna try and work it out when I come back from working with Jay. I'm gonna try and like record like a 20-minute special at Heartwood.
Was that with Dave? Is that who you talked
Yeah,
to?
yeah, yeah.
Dave Malash. Good people,
Yeah.
man. He's a good guy. Recorded the first Hollow Days single forever ago, way back when. Back when they started, he just had a studio set up in his, in a basement, not a basement, a bedroom. That
Nice.
was it. That was all he had.
Well,
so
next year I'm recording the first ever comedy special at Heartwood.
that's gonna
So.
be dope. That's gonna be awesome. I mean,
Eat your heart out, Tom Petty. Should have told some fucking jokes. No.
Speaking of jokes.
Wow.
All right, AJ. I'm looking at you, man. I want you
I thought that was the joke. You're like, speaking of jokes.
Speaking of jokes, AJ. No, go through and just like make a joke about everybody that's here. I can't
All right.
wait.
Wow.
All right. All right.
do it, do it,
Start
do
with
it.
Matt. Matt.
I feel like I
And
started
done.
on Matt like 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
Start with me, man. Come on, give me one.
Oh. All right. I'm trying to judge in my head like how hard I'm allowed
Well,
to go.
see,
you know
he's
what I
also
mean?
got to do it for the radio, for the podcast listeners,
Yeah,
not
come
just
on.
You look like if everything went right for Macaulay Culkin.
Wow.
I was gonna say
That
you
was
kinda
nice.
I'm actually his
look like
brother.
What I
Holy
thought.
shit.
Nice, yeah. You look like if Macaulay Culkin was like a journeyman electrician. You know?
I am good at electricity, so
Nice. You look like you keep books for the Hells Angels.
Well,
You look like-
I said jokes. That's a fact.
He's in the 1%.
Yeah, 1% of people with diabetes.
You got to
No,
work harder, AJ.
Yeah. 1% of people with 98% clogged arteries. That's not my drink. All right.
yes, he said that there on purpose.
The Jaeger got him.
You look like diabetes like derailed a promising sports broadcasting career. Like if they could have fit you in the booth, you'd have been calling games for the Braves, but they're like, "Look, we are not taking a door jam out at Turner Field, so back to community college for you, you know?"
That's harsh, bro.
Oh man, I gotta
Nick,
start
you look
working
like-
out.
Nick, you look like if somebody put like a panda, or not a panda. You look like someone put like a raccoon in human clothes and tried to get it to go vote.
Holy shit!
You know, when they were on the news, they're like, thousands of voting ballots found in dumpsters. It's like, yeah, because these fucking raccoons think they're people.
Is it the beard?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried to put that shit in words earlier and I couldn't. Thank
Fuck.
you.
I am crying. I swear to God, I am.
You look like, do you remember those shitty, like, do
dying
you remember
here.
those shitty, like, what were the, like those books that they write for like teenagers and stuff? What are those called?
Like
Novels.
There's a specific. First of all, I don't think any teenager is voluntarily reading novels.
They all read novels. There's fucking novels everywhere.
Like they're just kids all around middle school, like passing each other. They're like, "Hey, psst, psst, you got that copy?
Novellas.
Hey, psst,
No, they're-
you
hold
checked
on.
out Jane
I like,
Eyre
I like,
yet?"
I like how he said it sort of inquisitively.
hey, wait a minute.
Hold on.
They're-
Novels.
He's
They're
saying
called-
he meant Playboys.
They're called novellas.
No, but like remember like the Goosebumps and like
Oh,
the,
yeah,
the
like
series
the-
that were
yeah.
more for like
R.L.
teenagers.
Stein.
Like the
Yeah.
Hardy Boys.
Do you
or
remember
some shit.
Animorphs?
Animorphs?
Oh, dude, I love the Animorphs.
Holy
The
shit.
Animorphs was all the kids that would develop powers. So like a teenager would like
But they were
morph
like
into
horses,
like
but they
yeah,
weren't really
a horse,
horses.
you know.
The
But the
power of
covers,
diabetes.
Awesome.
but the covers of these books it was always like 4 images. It was like the animal, the person, and then like 2 images in the middle of them like transitioning from one to the other, and you look like the 3rd raccoon picture.
It's a hell of a setup. It's a hell of a
Dude.
setup. It's all I got.
My
Wow.
bad. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Is that everybody?
Hey,
Everybody
cheers
good?
to you.
Everybody.
I think that's everyone.
Get 'em.
Matt, you
Get
get to
'em.
do AJ.
Whoa! I don't know what kind of promises you're making here. Well, that's $400 an hour for those services.
I can do AJ.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
AJ looks like a
I can't wait. I can't wait for this. I'm so excited right now.
It would probably be better like 3 glasses ago.
This is.
Is it? Will
Pay
it be,
attention.
Will it be easier if I start on me?
Hold
This
on.
is probably going to be like the
No,
name
no,
of your
no.
All right,
like
no.
an album
No,
or something.
AJ's not
Let him
allowed
do
to
it.
All right, hold on. So AJ, how old are you?
32.
32. And you're still trying to make a funny joke.
You did the same joke last time.
I know it is my favorite
You
one.
did the exact same
It's a running joke.
terrible ass joke the last
Yeah.
time he was
Matt,
here.
how old are you?
Uh-oh.
How old are you?
34.
34 and still trying to act like you're not retarded. All right.
Nope. I've embraced it.
There's some state paperwork you can fill out. They will send you a check, bro. Like,
Good God.
All
no,
right.
I'll start with me, especially now with this haircut.
Let me start with the haircut.
Especially now with this
You
haircut.
look like you're like
samurai.
Jesus.
Okay, I'll
The
start.
suspense
Yeah,
is
you know what?
killing me.
I'll start.
Jesus.
You guys all collect your thoughts.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, AJ.
With this haircut, I look like everyone who's ever failed a GET and passed the paternity test in the same day.
That's pretty good.
Or
Look
my
like
brother.
How many swords do you
Oh
own?
man.
I look like if fuckboys had a spokesman.
Or my brother.
You look like
Keep
the
going.
last
Keep
samurai
going.
had a fat kid.
Hey, read. Or my brother.
You make
Keep
me
going.
laugh for like the past hour, and all of a sudden you just bust that out.
The neighbors outside. The neighbors outside. Hey.
The neighbors are outside.
The neighbors outside. Shh.
AJ.
Yo, is she wearing?
AJ.
Is that
This
a
is
nightie?
completely AJ's
Is
fault.
that a nightie?
I don't know. I
Is
don't
this
know.
old bitch wearing a nightie right now?
I don't know. I feel bad for her. I think she's trying to sell the place. I don't
think
think she wants to be next to Porchville anymore. I
think
could be
my
wrong.
mom has those same
I
pajamas.
hope she goes back inside. I got piss.
She's going in. She's going in.
Pee time.
Okay, yeah, she's gone.
If you see the light come on, let me know. Cause this is one of our later episodes. So,
I feel like my
Anyway.
joke was underestimated. It was a little bit.
I
put
think
down.
it was pretty great.
It was
I
pretty
thought
good.
it was. That was.
You gotta,
Like
you gotta
the
come back for
Last
that,
Samurai
AJ.
had a fat kid.
I mean. Anyway,
No,
All right,
I think
AJ,
you, I
come
think you
back-
hit the
come
hit,
back
you
with
hit the
that
nail
one.
on. No, he
AJ.
hit the nail on the head. I do
Oh,
look
that's
like
pretty
the
good.
Last Samurai had a fat kid.
AJ, you look like a try-hard trying to go viral on TikTok, and your parents are oil-rich from Dubai.
You look like you jerk off to Alex Jones.
I do! Oh my
So-
God, that's so correct.
At least I might be a try hard, but at least I can
Another
produce
head
the
case.
hard
Oh
myself
my
without the help of
God.
narcotics.
so anyway, after
I love you, bro.
we're gonna
I love you too.
after Portland, after Florida,
There's no after Florida.
where any
Much like cockroaches, Florida will be along long after all of us.
any direction after that.
So I'm trying to decide. We had talked about when I was first doing the van. I was trying to figure out if I was going to move to Austin or Colorado or. So right now it's between Austin and Atlanta. So although if like some very nice like benevolent celebrity rich person feels like letting me like park my van in their driveway, then all right, there we go.
Well, so now Austin was
You can
kind
park
of short
Your
lived.
van in my driveway.
Austin.
Nah, I'm parking it in your garage.
So Austin was kind of short lived. Last time you were here, you were getting ready to head out to Austin. So
Yeah,
what?
well, I was doing all the van shows.
Right.
So Austin was one of my stops. I wanted to check it out, and I was thinking, if I could, if it all made sense, and I was gonna, head back out that way and kind of set down some roots over there. But, doing that whole run of shows, Kansas City was where everything happened.
Yeah.
That actually is the other option is potentially Kansas City because I've already got connections with the club there, so I'd have a home club to work out at.
That'd be dope.
But Rogan and Austin, kinda
Kansas
pass.
City.
Yeah, kind of hard to pass
Kansas
that
City,
up.
Missouri. We've cleared that up. It's not Kansas City, Kansas.
There is a Kansas City. There's
Is there?
literally so Kansas City is right on the state line between Kansas and Missouri. So there's Casey, Missouri, and Casey, Kansas.
Oh,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Speaking of Kansas, that state is garbage.
The whole state.
Whole state, just throw it away. Start from scratch. We don't need it. The best thing
What's
to
wrong
ever,
with Kansas?
Wow.
Nothing's wrong
Jayhawks.
with Kansas. Just the best thing to no. The two best things about Kansas is a fictional superhero and a water tower dedicated to a fictional superhero. That's literally all Kansas has to offer.
Who's that?
Superman. There's literally a sign like you drive through Metropolis.
I've actually met him before.
There's an actual Metropolis, Kansas. There are no high rises. I think the biggest building in Metropolis, Kansas, is a double wide.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was
stilts.
based in Kansas.
And then they have a water tower, like when you're driving by on the interstate, that says "Welcome to Metropolis, home of Superman." And you're like, can we please just move this water tower and burn this whole city to the fucking ground? Like Lex Luthor was onto something. This place is garbage.
Well, that rules out the great state of Kansas.
Honestly, the best part about Kansas is you get to see a lot of wildlife, like on the drive through Kansas, because every quarter mile there's like a new piece of roadkill. I don't know who picks it up or if they ever picked it up. But
Now, how was that being out there driving around?
oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have any places you just pull off on the road, or little back roads, or
Yeah,
or where
so
would you
my
end up
first
parking?
night, I left from St. Augustine. I did a show St. Augustine, and then I was going straight to Austin from there. So I did the show, left the show at like 11:30 that night. Drove for like 4 hours, made it to the other side of Tallahassee. And then I just pulled off on I-10 and found like one of those little like state trooper wooded pull-throughs that had like a little clearing off to the side of it. So I just pulled into that so it wasn't blocking the pull-through, and I slept like a baby. Yeah, like a real hobo, just right in the middle of the interstate, just...
No. How
That's
do you do that?
amazing.
How do you do that financially? Do you have support, or you just have money stashed away, or?
Well, I mean, it's a van, so I mean, I don't have to pay rent.
Yeah, but I mean, gas money, stuff like that, food.
Yeah, no, I had a couple $100 saved up to do the first trip, and then I did the same thing for the second trip.
Well, and you were working too, and that was also a nice caveat of the job that you were doing.
Well, no, I
Because
got
you were
I
able
got
to do
laid
it
off.
mobile.
I got laid off from that job right after the first trip.
Yeah.
They reclosed again.
Yeah.
But so I mean, I was doing it basically just for the comedy. Like I was making a little bit of money here and there, and I was getting enough money to make it from one show to the next, and so on and so forth. And it'll be a little nicer now that I'm actually like doing 5 shows with Jay a week. I'll make like a minimum $500 a week doing comedy, so I don't have to have another job. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was like the goal when I started. It was like my goal day one is to get to the point where I'm doing this full time, and I don't have to do anything else. I can just focus on this. And now we're here. So started from the bottom. Now we're just a little bit above the bottom.
We got to get you in Clerks 3. That's the goal. That's what's got to happen.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, if you need a retard to just fuck shit up, I'm your guy.
Need a retard for the donkey
I was
show.
born for fucking shit up.
You could play.
Ask my
you could
parents.
play like Silent Bob's son, like grown son.
Dude,
wait,
Holy shit.
dude.
Yes.
That's why Jay likes you so fucking much.
I was looking at
Look
the
at you.
picture. I was,
You ready?
I was
You ready?
looking
Here
at
it
that
is.
Look
picture.
at
Here it
you.
is, my full acting reel for playing a young Silent Bob.
Perfect. I love it.
Just open your eyes real wide whenever somebody says something. New
And
information?
then you got to nod afterwards.
Yeah.
New information? Just
You just got
That's
to look
it.
a little skinnier. That's it.
actually, I think I'd have to gain some weight to
Yeah.
play a young Kevin Smith.
And a trench coat.
Yeah.
Get the trench coat.
I just get a trench coat with like a fat suit sewn into it.
There you go.
And I just wear that around everywhere.
I loved that shit when it came out. The original Clerks and Mallrats, Chasing Amy. Even I know not a lot of people like Chasing Amy. I liked it.
I like chasing him.
It's right where it was. The third on your list.
Dogma. I like Dogma. a lot.
Dogma.
That
God
was a
damn.
fun one.
Dogma was awesome.
a real
Yeah.
good one.
Mallrats though. Mallrats still my favorite to this day.
Yeah, Mallrats is. I mean, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is,
Hilarious.
but also that was like the age, like that
But
movie
different.
came out when I was just at the age
Jay
to
and
be
Silent
introduced to
Bob
Jay and
Strike
Silent Bob.
I can't tell you how much Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back helped me through like hard times in my life.
You gotta talk.
How did
into
it
the
do that?
microphone.
Yeah.
Dude, just
Did
like,
you also think you were the Click Commander?
I am the click commander. But it's just like, dude. I mean, I can't even explain it,
I couldn't either.
dude.
That would actually make sense that you would be the Click Commander. Like Christopher Columbus was technically commander of a mission to find, India, and he didn't find it either. So yeah, commander is the perfect label for you.
I don't have to take that.
Shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's like rubbing on her belly button. He's like, "Is this the clit?" She's like, "Yeah, whatever. Just
That's it.
yeah, whatever gets you out of my apartment fastest."
Yep, that's America.
So I got a question. How long is the tour?
So that's the cool part. So when they asked me if I would like fly out to open for him and stuff like that, at first it was like, oh, it'll be like, it was made to seem like it was gonna be like 1 or 2 shows, and then when his manager emailed me, it was like 8 shows, and I was like, okay, cool, like 8 weeks. And then on New Year's Eve, his manager emailed me and was like, hey, I'm starting to fill in the rest of Jay's 2021 calendar. If you're available, we'd like to use you as a feature for the rest of the year.
Sweet.
So, all year, that's how long the tour is.
That's fucking dope. There goes David Bora, conspiracy expert.
Boom.
Dude, I thought I'd seen things.
You are seeing things. That's
David,
how
I didn't
alcohol
see
works.
shit. So it's a year?
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna
that's
be
amazing.
That's
featuring him
awesome.
all year. Yeah.
Do you know a lot of the areas you'll be going into already, or they just?
I know Portland, Raleigh, North Carolina, New Jersey, the 3 weeks in Florida, Spokane and Tacoma, Washington, a couple weeks in California, and I think in like July we might be
Jersey
going to
represent?
Canada. Make this bitch international.
No. Well, where are you coming in Florida?
Naples, Tampa, and Orlando.
Oh my God.
That's wild, bro. I'm so thrilled for you. I really am.
That's
I mean,
too far from me. That's
it's
all I was saying.
it's
Yeah.
it's
He-
really
He's
cool.
over here. He's like, I'm pretty disappointed you guys are going to be in Trenton, but okay, whatever. You know?
Hey, I hear there's big things coming to Trenton.
He's like, I can't go
Believe it or
anywhere.
not.
He's like, I can't go anywhere where I can't take the mud truck. It doesn't have a tag on it, Last time I tried to take the tractor on the highway, I got in trouble. So, if you could actually talk to him about coming and doing something in
You
my back
can't take-
pasture, I'd really appreciate
You
it.
can't take the tractor out of Columbia County. I mean,
Dude, that's the first thing I've heard from Reed the whole show.
All right, AJ.
God.
You also can't take the inbreeding out of Columbia County.
I don't know about that. I don't know. That's Alabama. That's Alabama.
No, dude, based on your size and stature and how sick you look, it's definitely Columbia County.
Wow.
You look like you had chemo this morning.
Dude.
Oh shit!
I am so glad I'm not you right now.
Wow.
I will back up Reed on this.
AJ.
You look, especially with like the red in your beard, you
Yeah.
look like POW Donald Trump.
That's a compliment. That's all right. It's coming from the Last Samurai.
You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. And this big ass Kung Fu Panda will snap your brittle cancer bones, okay?
I move fast like a monkey.
You look a little like a monkey. I'm actually not surprised.
That's I do.
I don't think you're from Columbia County at all. I think
not.
you're from Marion County.
Duval, fucking Duval.
No, if you were from Duval, you'd have stabbed me in the neck the first time I insulted you. So let's get real.
I am from Duval, and you're lucky I didn't stab you.
He's from Jacksonville, but there's a difference.
Whispering.
Me. It was me. It was me. I was like whispering and like covering my mouth so he couldn't hear me, even though he has headphones in.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, shit.
So AJ, are you putting all this on your Facebook? Because I just friended you right now. Because when you come to Florida, I want to go.
Yeah, it'll all go on my Facebook, Instagram.
I say we all go. What do you think?
Hell yeah! Let's
ain't
do
going.
We playing it right now.
it. Let's do it.
Snoochie boochies.
I'm down.
Definitely Snoochie Boochies.
Hell yeah.
If I could smoke some Snoochie Boochies with Jay, that would be fucking. Oh no, he's
Sober, man.
now.
Yeah, so if you come, you're gonna have to leave the party at home.
That's gotta be tough in that business too. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, to maintain.
Yeah, well, especially like because I'm a nobody, and I've had like club owners like be like, "Hey, you want to do a bump of coke?" Be like, "No, I'm good. I'll take a diet." You know, but yeah,
It's an easy joke to make, but it's so awesome.
yeah.
I love it.
Also, they were the White House the Diet Coke button.
Yeah.
I don't think that was for Diet Coke. I think that was for uncut. You know what I
I
mean?
heard about that. He had a button in the White House that he would push
Yeah.
to bring him a Diet Coke. I mean, let's admit it. If you had that ability,
Hey,
you'd do
two
it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on, hold on,
his-
time out.
was
Two
it-
presidents ago, no, well now three presidents ago, that button was for blowjobs. So we've made progress as a country.
Have we though?
Yeah.
Have we?
You're right.
don't know.
Wait,
you're right. Diet
hold on,
Coke suck
AJ.
compared to blowjobs.
Like 2
Bring
presidents
back
ago.
blowjobs.
Right, bring back the blowjobs.
I would definitely prefer a blowjob over a Diet Coke.
I think we just found out the name of the episode.
Well, the
Diet Cokes and blowjobs.
Bring back blowjobs.
I saw a meme the other day. It was 2 impeachments and no blowjob. You know, so
I guess that's the short end of the deal.
he got the short end.
I guess. You doing all right there, Carl?
yeah.
I'm amazed that you're still hanging in there.
Seriously.
You must. You're a fucking tank, man. You're a fighter.
He blacked out like 46 minutes ago. This is lights out, Carl. This is
And yet been staring at you the whole
He's gonna
time.
kiss him again.
He's gonna kiss him again.
He's gonna kiss him
Jesus.
again.
this is what happens when the lights go out.
He's gonna listen back to this.
Like that old country song. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that he fucked an innocent man.
Dude.
Hold on. So you're saying you're innocent?
Jesus. Oh, so now.
Oh, you look like a fishing boat captain if Jaws was set in Florida.
Oh.
Wait, where was Jaws actually set?
New England somewhere?
Martha's Vineyard. It was Martha's Vineyard, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
like
so.
up there
Yeah, it was
somewhere.
New England somewhere.
I never even thought about that. You just awoken me.
Aren't they remaking that right now?
They better not be.
I think they are.
Jaws?
Yes.
Fuck no. I hope not.
Let me look.
Enough
How
of the
many
remakes.
shark movies do we need? You guys get a whole fucking week.
Have you watched the Shark Week? I've
Oh,
never
yeah,
gotten
it's
it.
getting
I've
more and
never
more
gotten much
ridiculous.
into it.
The Shark Week has basically turned into like the NBA All-Star break. Like Shaq's got a show on Shark Week. Dwayne Wade's
does.
got a show on Shark
You're
Week.
right.
Kevin Hart's hosting everything.
Now, with your getting ready to go out here on the road, have you been working up any new material to break out?
No, we're doing that for him.
Yeah, right now.
He's just gonna repeat everything that we just
Well,
said tonight.
I was just processing a little bit because when you said material, I was like, is he asking me about drugs on the podcast? Like, no, I'm following all state and federal guidelines. Wink. No, I've been working on some new material. I've got stuff I've been doing the last month or two.
This is the stuff that you're going out pretty much set. Like, this is your top end shit.
kind of.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
working on
fucked.
basically I'm working on 2 different half hours. I'm working on 2 different half hours.
You're gonna have to come up with some new shit, man.
Yeah.
You've got to get a new haircut, man. Dude, it looked like your stepmom cut your hair with a butter knife.
Yep.
It looked like you threw like a whole bag of those like elementary school safety scissors into a lawnmower and then pull started it.
I don't even know how that would even work, but
Just
I am
safety
so
scissor
excited
parts
to
flying
see.
at you.
I'm gonna wear some safety glasses.
Honestly, I feel like safety glasses are the least of your concerns because those eyes have given up independent movement a long time ago. Like the one that's not working is trying to keep an eye on the one that is working to make sure it's not going to shut down on it.
And this is why he's with Jason.
He's fucking.
He's killing.
Oh man.
Just one person out of 6 people, but he's killing.
I know, but he makes himself such an easy target. It's like being in an elementary school class with a kid in a wheelchair. It's like, well, I can make fun of all of you, but Wheels is right there. Like, I can't wait till we line up to go to lunch. I'm riding the back of your chair like you're the getaway driver. Just hop on the back and, like, punch you in the back of the elbow, like, punch it.
Whew, Jesus. So now with going out on the road, are you just representing yourself, or have you had to go get management and all that good stuff? Or are you represented by Jay's company? How's that work?
So when I won the Portland Comedy Festival, I won a 1-year management deal with Golden Artist Entertainment. But because of all the coronavirus stuff, they're like, hey, we're not going to start your 1 year until everything like kind of opens back up. Mm-hmm. So all the stuff happened with Jay in between that time. So I haven't signed anything. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
you're still an independent contractor.
Yeah, I'm like an unrestricted free agent.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad now that you guys pointed out I've just been making fun of Matt, and I got to pick on all of you more.
Pick on me.
You're not going to remember me picking on
Check
you,
mark.
so that feels like less
Dude,
for
trust
me.
me. I will remember.
All right. How many years ago did you switch the elves to making meth instead of toys?
3.
3. There's an answer for that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that answer is supposed to have a dash in it because we're talking about math. So 3 to 5. You look like Father Time stopped keeping track.
Fucking Christ, man.
Are you waiting until the Sandlot reunion for the lap band surgery? Damn it. It's the baseball jersey. Honestly, it's the baseball jersey. I just keep focusing on the baseball jersey.
Yeah, I don't know if I outgrew it or it undergrew me.
I think you're supposed to wear the hood on your head, I think is the problem. Now, if you'll light your torch with that candle, there's a meeting in the woods you're about 15 minutes late for. Yeah, the hood's not supposed to cover your whole torso.
He needs some more alcohol. I want the real stuff.
You look like a baseball player who's never played but has only like masturbated 2 games of baseball. But that actually makes the jersey a smart decision. I appreciate it, Spank Aaron.
You look like a sad excuse for a sumo wrestler.
You look like a sad excuse for a I opened the fucking booze and I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say for a felon, but
Was that?
it looked like
did
a
you
poor
guys?
excuse for a felon.
Did you guys group together on that one?
We did.
That was
you guys,
adorable.
You guys
there.
workshopped that?
You missed that.
Wait a second.
You missed that.
I couldn't remember the term, so.
AJ, come towards me. Come, I want to hear it. Roast me.
Oh, like come at you, not come to me.
No.
There's these like, come at me, bro, but it comes out as like, come on me, bro. Get it right here. I want to smell it. What?
What the fuck?
Why does everything smell like chlorine and pineapple juice?
Why does this smell like chlorine and pineapple juice?
Why?
Why? That's exactly what I said. Why? Why would it do that?
Because you look like if someone hired a pool boy, but then he only like drank fruity drinks. Like they they hired you to clean the pool, but they come home and you're passed out in the pool.
Oh, that would happen a lot. Yeah. Hey, Nick, you know me.
We're
right?
aware. This actually isn't a podcast episode. This is your intervention.
Nick, you know me. Yeah, that would totally happen. I could see that. I could definitely see
shit.
that.
I have fallen asleep in pools before. It's not fun with the sunburn the next morning. When you have a really white blank spot like right in the middle of your chest because that's where your hand just happens to be. And then the sun rises.
That mullet is still so distracting. Like, every time you speak, like, I want to listen to the words coming out of your mouth, but then I can see the edge of the mullet peeking out. Like, that mullet, it makes it look like you can only get hard to, like, 60s era Pontiacs.
Do you know where I actually got the mullet?
Prison?
This exact spot right here.
Yep.
Did you do it to him? Did he make a pass at your wife or something? Why would you do that to a person?
Actually, Reed's wife was here, and we were discussing how awesome it would be if Matt had a mullet, and Reed's wife happens to do hair, and so
okay,
we got clippers.
That
and,
explains everything.
and we got her to
that
do
explains
the mullet.
everything. Yeah, you let
No, you
Reed's
don't- you don't
chemo
even
nurse cut his fucking hair.
My what?
Jesus.
Apparently you have a chemo nurse.
My chemo nurse.
I think it's called a callback.
Yeah,
Is that what
yeah,
that
that's
is?
how
There
that
we go.
works. Yeah.
There we go. See,
Like if
Hip with
we
the
like
lingo.
we're gonna keep talking and then like in like 30 seconds or so, actually no, we'll just go ahead and do it now. I'll like be like, hey Reed, like why do your bones look like there are birds with denser structure? That's a callback, you know,
because he made a joke
get it.
earlier
about how brittle his bones were.
Yeah. Keeping up.
No, not me.
Matt doesn't know. Matt doesn't know.
Not since 5th grade. Not since 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it?
I know the slogan
Is
is
it
"No child
1991?
left behind," but obviously some fell through the cracks. Like Matt is the child left behind by his family at the Grand Canyon. You Joe Dirt looking bitch. No.
Shit. Don't take that, Matt. Come
Yeah.
back. Come back, Matt.
He can't come back. Joe Dirt at least washed the shit off.
It's all you, bro. So
Come
you
back,
don't,
Matt.
don't look at me.
Talk about his fade or some shit.
I keep trying to give him breaks to come back, but you know, there's only so much dead air allowed on a podcast.
I mean, we could go back and play the last time.
Matt, talk about his eyebrows or some shit.
It didn't go well. So
No, it
you know,
didn't.
we
No,
just
no.
sometimes you just take your lumps and move on.
Speaking of dead air,
Oh,
it's
boy.
the last 30
yeah,
minutes of AJ
take these
Strip.
lumps.
No, God, Matt, don't take those lumps. Don't take those lumps, Matt.
Last 30 minutes of
I
AJ's jokes
have
have been dead
obviously
air.
lost this battle. So
Matt, talk about how his beard looks like a fucking one nut.
What?
Talk about something. Jesus Christ.
Hey AJ, Reed wanted me to say something about how your beard looks like one nut.
Well, tell Reed his beard looks like it was drawn onto a Cabbage Patch doll.
Reed, AJ would like you to know that your beard looks like it was drawn onto a Cabbage Patch doll.
That's nice. That's nice.
See, that's why I want to go because I want to see
I'm-
some hecklers.
I'm just impressed that he got that back.
Yeah,
Right.
that was.
I thought we were about to see some weird telephone shit live in real time without realizing what was happening.
That's a
Reed-
service industry brain right there. You give him enough time to hypothetically walk back to the kitchen, he'll forget it. But right now, reading it back at the table, fucking locked in.
Reed, your nifkin looks more like a gooch.
Why are
and
you hitting
your
on? Why are you
nose
ragging on me, man?
looks like it
I'm-
wants to stare at your testicles.
Why are you ragging on me? I'm not ragging on you. He is.
Reed, you look like if they made
There we go,
voodoo
here we go.
dolls for the Hitler Youth.
Yeah. You look like.
Dude, that made no fucking sense.
Wait, what did you
Yes, it
say?
does. You telling me Reed doesn't look like a Hitler Youth?
No.
Really? Blonde hair, blue eyes, undersized,
Dude,
kind
that's-
of childlike.
Dude, that shit is red.
Bro, Reed is so
Oh,
small, he
God.
could get raped in the Boy Scouts today.
Holy
Actually,
shit.
as a matter of fact, right now, I'm a certified Scoutmaster. Let's go. Get up, bitch. We're going camping.
Damn.
Cheers. You're gonna do well out there crossing the crossing the country, roasting people from sea to shining sea is a. I hope so. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get shot.
Wouldn't be the first time. I'm from Levy County.
All right.
I've been stabbed by 2 different ex-girlfriends.
He's prepared.
Carl, sit
Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again.
You got
Based on how much
Carl, sit down.
based on how much Carl's been drinking, by the end of the night, I'm gonna get stabbed by a third. When he sits back down, I'm gonna turn my pocket inside out so he can hold on to it.
Let me go ahead and take my hat off.
Yeah, he's just
Nah, put
waiting
it back
for
on.
it.
Put it back on. Put it back on. Without the hat, you look like Jared from Subway relapsed.
Without the kids. Without
With that haircut? Not without the kids, nothing. You just want them on the side now.
Oh man.
I just asked for extra meat. I think I got him. I think I got him.
That just makes it sound like you're into fat kids. Like I want with the extra meat. Well, those are going to cost more. They're harder to kidnap.
$2, right?
And I got to keep this fat fuck alive for an extra couple of days. I didn't budget for snacks.
AJ.
No wonder the shipping on Wayfair is so fucking astronomical.
AJ.
Oh,
I hope
Christ.
that where you're
Nice.
performing at,
Nice.
they serve a lot of.
Way to slip that in.
I hope it's an open bar because that's the only way I'm laughing.
What?
He's
I
gonna
don't-
keep on trying.
I
He's
don't know
gonna
if-
keep reaching.
I don't know if I've been catching up with him, but that sentence didn't make sense.
No.
I didn't follow that one.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
You know what? You're real
love
drunk.
you.
You're real drunk, so the sentences aren't making sense. Just write it down. Do you have like a stone and chisel somewhere for this old fucking guy?
Actually, I do.
Jesus. Get him a Dremel.
Okay.
God damn.
All right, Nick, I think you laid this out right.
This is
First episode was earlier,
yeah.
and this one's
Yeah.
just right.
Yeah. They are definitely 2 different episodes.
Yeah, because I just want to feel on AJ's titties there right
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, there's
AJ's
that.
letting him. AJ's letting him.
I'll send you the bill. Hey, I said 20 minutes into this podcast, that was $400 an hour for that kind of service. You know.
Oh man.
I feel honored that I got roasted by AJ. Like, that is fucking awesome. And I didn't just get roasted once. Not just roasted twice. Not just roasted 3 times. He just liked to throw it in there to just, like, give me shit. And I loved every second of it.
Well,
I know, man.
Thank
Like,
you, AJ.
one more podcast episode, and I'll catch up with, like, all the stuff you got on Cops, you know?
I can tell you, I love comedy.
We'll see.
I listen
That's
to
a
it, I watch
challenge.
it, and I can tell you, AJ, like, I feel like I'm in, like, the beginning of his, long career in comedy.
Seriously.
I
You know,
wish
the
that-
way
I wish
he's
that
hitting
to
it
you.
back, and the way he's, really digging deep on a lot of stuff, that I don't know if anybody else is catching, but I'm catching.
Yep. Well, and coming into it a little bit older, you're able to sort of do things at your pace, and you're really in charge of your own fucking destiny right now. So, and you're doing pretty goddamn good so far.
I appreciate
AJ.
it, man.
For 2 years in.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you
AJ.
in charge of your destiny?
AJ, I have to say, me and
But
my
if things
frail,
don't-
cancerous ass. If I can see you come to some
In 6
higher
months.
power of a comedian, then I will be greatly honored because you
appreciate that, man.
you don't know how longer I'm gonna live.
I know that's literally what I was about to say. But like, I hope you live that long, man. Like,
I know.
Just,
You know what's so funny?
Hey, worst case scenario, we can use your Make-A-Wish.
There are. Yeah.
You got one coming up.
You would do that for me? You would do that for me?
Hey, whatever. I don't care. You're not gonna live.
Oh God.
You know.
I don't care. You're not gonna live.
I'll make sure I'll like hug you on your deathbed, so at least once in your lifetime you're like, oh, it feels like someone loves me.
I just want. Can you get Jay to hug me? If Jay.
Well,
hugs me.
I imagine he hasn't gotten a lot of hugs because like who would willingly try and hug a ghost?
Right.
Dude, I don't get a lot of hugs.
Hug him.
You're gonna do this now.
Oh, he grabbed my dick.
I think Carl likes you.
Damn. That's the most workout my two little fingers I ever got.
I mean, 2 fingers doesn't sound impressive until you realize he's had arthritis in his hands for like 85 years. That thing's the size of the first catcher's mitt.
Oh man. Well, this is, if anything, you've been able to do some crowd work, all that good stuff, and
This is always a blast coming out here. Everyone's too drunk to be insulted, Like that's the best part.
If you call
No. Trust me, I've been this fat for all my life, so it takes a lot for me to get insulted.
this is what
Oh, I thought you meant alcohol. I was like, yeah, that adds up. Yeah. That adds up. You're the DD. Get us all home.
Drunk driver, yeah, exactly.
I hope not. You got to clock back
no,
into Uber when we're done with
Carl's the DD. Carl's the DD.
the
this.
DD.
Designated drunk.
What the fuck?
I already got dibs on Nick's couch.
What the fuck, dude? You don't have dibs?
Carl, you look like everyone who's ever set fire to a trailer park.
Apparently that was good because he kissed your head.
And he's rubbing
He
on my
liked
shoulders.
that.
This is
That was a
Stay back here,
compliment.
Carl.
That was
Hey
a
man, you need
compliment.
to take him on the road with you. You need a fluffer before the show.
I set fire
Before the show, after the show, during the show.
On the way to the show. I mean, whatever.
Carl, my dick's not going to look good in 4K. Get out here. Runs out with a feather duster and like rubs against the front of my jeans,
Oh man.
Oh my god.
How long are the sets that you're doing?
Half hour.
Opening?
Yeah,
Half-hour
hour.
sets.
Hey.
No shit.
Wow.
Legit featuring.
Hopefully
yeah.
they're not more than 10 minutes.
He just said half an hour.
Because longer than that, and Carl will lose his erection. He's done built up a tolerance to the Cialis.
Dude, he had no idea who I am. Dude,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh
Do you
my
work
God.
for Cialis?
dude.
That's the second Cialis joke, and you're like, he has no idea, does he? And I was like, have I been hitting the nail on the head this whole time?
Oh my god.
So, did you only do 10 minutes
In Kansas City,
In
yeah.
Kansas City the whole weekend, and then now you got 30.
Well, I did. Out of the 5 shows, I did 10 minutes on 3 of them, and then the 2 late shows because Kansas City had like a citywide curfew, so they were trying to turn them around, get everybody like check paid out, then seat everybody else to start the second show. So on the late shows, I only did 7. But yeah, that first night just went well enough that he was like, "This is my guy. He's coming with us."
Now
So.
30. That's man. I mean, you've done 30. What's the longest you've done?
An hour and 14 minutes.
No shit.
Yeah. It was when I first started the Flacco's open mic.
Yeah.
And that first week when like we started shows back, when like Gainesville came out of lockdown, and people were allowed to go back out again. That first show when people were still kind of like leery, only 2 other comics showed up.
Yeah.
And both of them didn't show up until after the show had started, and I was already up there, and I was like, well, I've got to kill at least an hour because I promised a 90-minute show. So, yeah,
Let me ask you, how long have you been doing comedy?
2 years.
So, have you ever been in a situation where, it was uncomfortable?
Well, yeah, you propositioned me right before we started recording.
Wow.
Super uncomfortable, man. Like, I don't know why you would have brought that back up. Like, I told you I was willing to drop it, but yeah, nothing's weirder than having like a minuscule ginger be like, "I'll blow you."
Oh, Jesus. So, yes. So the answer is yes.
Obviously.
Okay.
Wait! Whoa.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, do you know how uncomfortable it is to have a quote-unquote grown man pull his pants down and be like, "Get after me, Lucky Charms."
Get after me, Lucky Charms!
I said a grown man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like a lawn gnome that's had DUIs.
Oh my God! I'm gonna piss my fucking pants, man.
He's ready. He's ready, guys. He's ready. He's ready for the streets.
Oh God. Oh. Well.
I can't wait until after the show when the recording stops. Like, seriously?
How come
we
you haven't
start
slammed
saying all the real fucked up stuff.
How come you haven't
Exactly.
slammed on Nick yet? What's going on with you two?
Hey, it's Nick's show. Be respectful.
Fuck Nick.
Know who cuts the checks.
No, let's not. Let's not start that rally cry now. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
wait. Who's getting checks? Who's getting checks?
Nobody.
If
Nobody.
you fill
Nobody.
out that paperwork from the state, I told you.
Oh, I have to get with Deborah from HR.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a ride after the show. There's this really cool place called Takachali. It's for mentally handicapped people. You'll feel right at home.
I've heard of it, and that's not the first time it's been recommended to me. No joke.
If it makes you feel better, I mean, it's not really the same thing. But what's the mental health place off of 13th and Williston Road? What's the name of that one?
Meridian.
Yes,
or something.
Meridian.
Yeah.
I was stabbed outside of Meridian once.
That is for
I feel like we need to-
the veteran.
Wait,
like,
we need to
disabled
we need to
veterans.
talk about
I feel like, yeah, I don't know how we've made it this many podcasts. We haven't
Seriously.
talked about how many times I've been stabbed.
Hey, how many times have you been stabbed?
In your
3.
ass?
3.
Yeah. The answer's still the same. You two-pump
But-
chump.
But where were you stabbed?
All right,
I
so
was stabbed in the arm, in the chest, and in the leg.
now you said earlier that you'd been stabbed by 2 ex-girlfriends. Was that
Yes.
legit?
Yes.
All right, so the girlfriends, I'm gonna guess one was in the arm and one was the leg.
I mean,
One was in the
can you
chest and one was in the
understand why they stabbed him?
Oh.
Yeah.
Makes
No.
sense.
So
It adds up.
it was a ginger.
Transgender?
Yeah, Reed, everybody looked at
Maybe.
you
What were
really
you up
Why
to?
y'all fucking looking at me?
What were you up to 8 years ago, and were you wearing heels?
The second he said ginger, my eyes just immediately went.
So you got
I felt them.
all right.
I
So
felt
you
them.
got stabbed
I'm not fucking.
in the
The
chest.
first time I was stabbed in the leg.
All right.
How
How big was the knife?
I'm in like a kitchen steak knife.
a fucking tiny knife.
Okay. Why'd she stab you?
This is a fun story. I used to do this on stage. So I was asleep when she stabbed me in
Jesus.
the leg.
That's fucking. That's terrifying.
So I just feel a sharp pain. I wake up, and my girlfriend is on the other bed with a knife and some blood. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, I had a dream you were going to leave me.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hey, that's actually
like-
kind of a compliment.
Of
Yeah,
course, you
I
would take that as he. Of course, Matt would take this as relationship advice.
He's so good in the sack that she would stab him if she would if he would ever leave
That's
her.
terrifying.
Yeah, I just looked a lot like her dad.
Did you
Like, it's not-
did you leave like that day?
You just made it real weird.
Did-
I was
did-
trying to make it a good thing.
Did you leave that day or
I
how-
went to the hospital.
how
so
soon
yeah,
after that were you?
So yeah, you
couple
left.
days.
cutting off contact.
Couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah, couple of days.
Couple days.
Then the second time I was stabbed in the chest.
By an ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
And
This one was Latina, which explains the
Oh, well, that
you know,
makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh.
the death shot. You know.
Yeah.
It was when I'd first come back from the army, and I'd rented a shitty loft apartment at Boardwalk in Gainesville.
I know it.
Yeah, so like the weird metal staircase
Yep.
up to the loft area or whatever. And my girl had come over. I'd like made us a nice dinner and stuff, and we were like cleaning up after. And those apartments are shitty, so there's no dishwashers. Hence the Latina girlfriend.
Was her name Rosa?
That was a joke. Please don't cancel me, women. Anyway, so we were doing dishes together, but like you know how like honeymoon phase of a relationship, like you're doing all the cute shit, you know?
Yeah.
So like we're flicking soap suds at each other, you know? And then she's like, she got mad because I was winning, and she was like, okay, game's over. But she had flicked soap suds last, and I was like, well, I can't let this stand, you know? So I sneak her like behind her, and I sneak my arm like around her into the sink, and then like flick them up at her. And she just pulls her hands out of the sink, turns around with the knife in her hand, and just
Stabbed you in the
stabbed me in
fucking
the
chest.
Yeah, it actually hit my sternum.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So it didn't go deeper than that then?
No, it hit my sternum, and that gave me enough time to like grab it and be like, "What the fuck?"
And I mean, where do you go after that? I mean, what happened?
The second time I proposed.
So it sounds
Jesus
to me like you've
Christ.
been in the
Hold on.
most
First of all,
domestic
like,
abuse.
First of all,
we are all men. So
Was she
I was. I know the power. I mean,
for the men
of
sitting around the
course.
table. For the men sitting around the table.
What
I
about
promise
the miniature
you.
ginger? The miniature ginger.
Good job.
Well, I mean, it was awkward. I hadn't really talked to her since that happened until you guys brought Reed tonight, and so now here we are.
It sounds like you've been in the most domestic abuse charges here in the table. Is that correct?
Well, yes. So I mean, I'm autistic. Back then, nobody knew I was autistic, so I was just secretly retarded. So there wasn't really any like legal recourse for like beating up a handicapped dude.
stabbing you in the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Plus, you guys get away with anything anyway. Like you guys don't like fall under like normal human laws.
That's correct.
Yeah, we're fully grown.
so wait a minute.
adults.
Why is he looking
All
at
right, shut up. We got to get back to this.
Like Reed only answers to the laws of vampirism.
So she stabbed you in the chest,
Twilight.
and then you proposed.
I bet you would sparkle in the daylight, you feminine.
Is that right? Is that right?
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
So she stabs you in the chest, and
She stabs me in the chest.
but you stayed with her.
Yeah, stabs me in the chest. I stayed with her because in my head, this was my logic. The first time I got stabbed by a girlfriend, I had to drive myself to the hospital. This one stabbed me in the chest, but then took me to the hospital. So it's
Okay.
like, she really loves me, Like,
Well, and the sternum, and
Yeah.
there's really nothing.
she had tiny
What'd they
little
even
wrists.
do?
She wasn't going to penetrate.
Did they give you like a stitch, like a stitch or two?
No, butterfly stitches.
Oh, okay.
Because from like the outside of your chest to your sternum
Yeah.
is like that far.
It's on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
So-
they like when I got to the hospital and like they're like, oh, so what happened? I was like, I don't know.
Suds fight.
No, like the nurse was literally looking like towards my girlfriend was like, it's okay, you can tell us what happened.
making secret eyes
Yeah,
at
making
you.
secret eyes at
Like,
me.
hey.
And I'm like, if you don't stop, she's gonna think you're flirting and she's gonna finish the job.
So how do you get stabbed a third time?
The third time was
Have you not heard
technically
the podcast?
third time was technically the second time. There's no girlfriends involved. It was Meridian. It was when I very first came home from the army. I was living at Boardwalk on 13th Street, so I was still in pretty good shape. So I'd like go running, and so I would run like from 13th Street down to the corner at Williston Road, and then down to that like Squirrel Ridge Park behind Meridian, and then I would there's a trail around that park. So I was running the trail around that park, and a guy like stopped. Was like, "Hey, do you have any money?" I was like, "I'm wearing like shorts you can see my balls in, and a tank top. Like, I don't have pockets. Where would I keep money? And so I was like, no, sorry, I don't have it. And I kept running, and then his buddy jumped me a little farther down the trail.
No shit.
Yeah.
And stabbed you in the arm.
Yeah. Well, the first guy, the one that asked me for money, is the one that actually stabbed me. The second guy hit me with a piece of rebar.
Fuck, dude.
So he hit me with a rebar, and then while I was like fighting to get the rebar away from him. His friend showed up, and because we were both like holding on to the rebar, he just stabbed me in the fucking arm. Right here. Yeah.
How have we not talked about this? This seems like it'd be.
It's dark shit,
Seems like
man.
it would come up.
Did
PTSD.
did they catch him? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
They did catch him. Yeah.
Well, now that we've brought the mood down,
Yeah.
You guys aren't going to talk about the times you were stabbed? Awkward. Pussies.
There was that one time that I broke my nose on myself.
That wasn't your nose. That was your hymen. And we told you that was going to happen when you started using tampons, but you didn't listen. That's why you stick to pads until you're 16.
I always knew it would grow back. I knew it would grow back.
Yeah,
It
he's
didn't
ready.
grow back.
oh man, is there? So what does the next year look like for you? What are you going to be focusing on? And
So, I mean, that's the exciting part about going with Jay is I get to do a half hour every night. You know, well, I mean, some nights twice a night, you know. So I'm getting to do a half hour 5 times a week.
yeah,
So I'm just excited. Like you asked earlier if I had like my act kind of where I wanted it. Yes and no. Like I have a half hour, but I've got so much new stuff now. I want to basically create 2 different half hours and get one.
Do you have a bunch of new stuff now because of me and Half Ginger right here?
No,
Hey,
you guys are fucking useless. No. So I've got 2 different half hours. The one I'm gonna tighten up and make that like my actual feature act.
Yeah.
And then the other half hour I'm gonna take the middle out and kind of use the middle of that to play with new material and stuff. Because I want to stockpile enough material that a year from now I'm gonna record and put out like my own like 20-minute special like on YouTube or something. But I'm doing that. I'm gonna do that at the Heartwood. So a year from now I'll be recording my Heartwood special.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, man. I just
Well-
wanna do something longer to put it like. Do you know Andrew Schultz?
mm-hmm.
Okay, Schultz Saves America on Netflix.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's not mine. I don't know why I'm plugging it. But that's how Andrew Schultz started. Like he had been doing comedy for a couple of years, wasn't breaking through. Like no, like you know Netflix, and they were like, "Oh, you're too edgy for us," you know. So he's like, "Fuck it." So he put his own half hour out on YouTube and became one of the biggest touring comedians in the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, and now even though he's edgy, like Netflix bought that shit because
But
you know
you-
putting it out himself, he proved he had a market. you know?
Having seen you perform, having seen how you get along with an audience, having seen how personable you are, and I think that come a year from now they may be calling you, man, putting that out for you.
I mean, that would be awesome. That's what I want to do. I think I'll get it recorded and then I'll try and like shop it around.
Yeah.
And like between the connections with Jay and then like now having an actual like agency and stuff, hopefully somebody will be interested in it. Even if they don't want the actual special, they're like, we don't have like we don't want to publish it, but we'll give them like a what do they used to call them like those pilot development deals?
Yeah.
What do they call a development deal?
Yeah.
A development deal.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have to put anything out yet, but we're gonna pay you this much money
Yeah.
over the course. So anything you do make, we get first dibs on. You know, that kind of thing. That would be awesome. You know, but basically anything other than just getting to like tour and do shows is playing with house money. So
Yeah.
you know, I'm just excited to get out there. Like I said, I'll be out with like a professional comedian doing clubs, meeting new like club owners that'll hopefully like me enough to bring me back. So networking and then just like working on my craft.
Fuck yeah, man.
How much is your comedy experience versus something that you come up with?
I'm sorry, you gotta repeat the question.
just life experiences that you've made into jokes
How much of it
versus
is-
something that you had to create.
So that's the weird thing about comedy is like life experiences are funny, but how many life experiences do you have where you try to tell it to somebody else? They're like, I don't get it. And you're like, you just got to be there. You know?
Yeah.
That's how most of it is. You're like, oh, I'm going to tell this funny story from when I was, you know, and you tell it and people are like, I didn't get it either, you know?
Yeah.
So it's figuring out like how to take those stories from your life and like condense them to where it's punchline, 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 punchline. It's like cutting out all the useless information and all the stuff people don't need to get what's funny about the joke.
It's a crafting process, and you know you're forever working that, you know,
that joke. I mean, that bit it's just like a song. You know, you're just forever working it until it just sounds exactly how you want it, and it elicits the reaction that you feel it deserves.
And see, that's why I was kind of thinking that, you know, the two crafts are pretty much the same with regards to, you know, how you kind of get it out there, how you kind of make it, how you know, craft it. So
So the big difference between music and comedy is a musician writes a song, right? They write the song, they're like, hey, this is how I want it. I record it, I put it out. People love that song, right? They go see you in concert, you do that song, they're fucking hyped. They're like, yes, we fucking love this song. If you're a comedian and you write a joke and get it how you want it, record it, put it out, people love that joke. When they come and see you live, if you do that joke, they fucking hate you.
Yep.
Really?
Because they came to see you because they saw that joke. But when they get there and you're telling them, they're like,
They
we
want
already
something
heard
new.
this joke. Yeah, we already heard this joke.
So once
See, that's what I was wanting to know.
once you generally publish something like that on that scale and start getting people that are actually listening to it, I mean, Rogan says it on his podcast all the time. Once he puts out a special, that material's gone. Never uses it again.
That's where I got that from because, you know, a lot of comedians that I listen to or Rogan has on that they pretty much talk about stuff that they've done in shows, but I don't remember that joke, you know, in their specials. So it's kind of like, okay, well.
And those are the great comedy fans. Like, I'll go back. I've rewatched specials dozens of times, you know. But that's not the majority of comedy fans. Like, if somebody really likes, like, obviously you have the greats. Like, I could watch Richard Pryor over and over again until I die, you know. But most comedy fans can't do that because they already know it's. You know, they know where it's like how horror movies are less rewatched than action movies because most of horror relies on surprise.
You know the end.
Exactly. Well, not just that, but surprise. Like, you know, like the music's getting
The
big.
jump
Like, ooh, is something
scares
going to happen?
and
And
all
then
that
like,
stuff.
oh, nothing happens here.
Yep.
Or the other times where like the music's a little bit lower and you're like, the music sounds creepy, but it's not like something's about to happen. And they're like, oh shit, something happened.
I wonder if
You know?
I wonder if there's any rationale then, like, because older movies, like older 80s horror movies and shit, like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff, you can watch those a million times, you know. There's something about the
because you weren't watching those movies for horror.
yeah, it's true.
You were watching those movies for gore.
And
Those
the
were- that was really
titties
first,
and the
like,
gratuitous
introduction.
titties.
Well, I think it also has to
80s
do with
titty
age.
movies.
Also, I could watch Kevin Bacon fucking die all day. Like, there's just something about that fucking guy. Like, I like him. Fucking Footloose was my jam, but everything else, I'm like, dude, like, can you die already? This movie's moving too slow. Like, come on.
Footloose was the shit.
Footloose is still the shit.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I was just wanting to know. I mean, you know, for me, it's George Carlin. You know, I can listen to his stuff over and over and over. But yeah, it's you know, when you listen to like Kevin Hart or you listen to whatever, you've already heard those jokes, so you can't really keep watching him.
One of my favorite specials ever is the Bill Cosby himself special. Love it. It's a classic.
Yeah,
You know.
Do me and Bob talk about this a lot? Because Bob, like, obviously older generation of comics, and he, like, Bill Cosby was his Richard Pryor and George Carlin, you know? And then now with all the Cosby stuff, like, what we know now, it's like, oh, this is difficult. Like, this would be like if Kurt Cobain didn't kill himself, became, like, a Hall of Fame musician, and then you found out he was fucking kids while he was writing all of his best songs. You're like,
Oh, exactly.
Smells Like Teen Spirit really has a different meaning now, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
And
But
see, this is why I want to know what your dates are, because I want to go see live versus what I've heard right here.
But that's just the himself special. I mean, that's one of those
Yeah, this is just like
that I can
like
sit back and I can
AJ
watch
Uncut.
over and over again, you know, because just the storytelling more than anything.
I can
you know.
watch comedy over and over again because that's fucking what I do.
Yeah.
Like, my brain is a machine. That's all I fucking think about is comedy. Like, when I watch a new special, like when Taylor Tomlinson's special came out on Netflix in like May, I think. I've watched her special like 7 times since May. Because the first time I watched it, I just watched it to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it was so fucking good. I went back and watched it immediately after, and I started going through and like listening to like her material, like how tight her punches were.
Started studying it.
Yeah, started studying it. And then the third time I went through, I was like, okay, all of her material is super tight, like joke. And then I was like, but there's something else going on here, like where like when she starts talking about this, 15 minutes later, she's talking about something else, but you never felt her change the subject.
Mm-hmm.
It all seems like it's like if you're
Seamless.
driving in a car with a friend and you're talking about one thing and then that leads to something else and then that leads and you're like, how the fuck is she doing that? And then you start putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
So I like do shit like that when I watch specials and when I watch comedy, and that like that's why she's one of my favorites. Like her shit, it's just all so tightly condensed, and you're like how the fuck did we get here? Like I've been so paying attention on what you're saying when you're saying it that I was like, wait, didn't you say that? You said that like 20 minutes ago. When did we fucking switch subjects? What happened? You know?
Well, I think that also goes with mannerisms on stage too, because you can have something going on where they're standing in one spot on the stage, and you can connect with it, but then they start like moving back and forth on stage, and then you completely are like, okay, how did we get here? You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like a metronome sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
Like you get like lulled into the wait, what happened? You know? Like, how did I get him to laugh? How did he get me to laugh at a white guy saying the N-word? You know, and you're like, whoa.
Bill Burr's the other one for me. I can
Bill Burr.
I can just watch
love
hours of that guy.
Dude, Bill Burr in The Mandalorian was fucking sick.
Don't spoil it. I haven't seen all of it yet.
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop.
But
Stop.
that I can watch.
It's not ruining anything except for the fact you're gonna see Bill Burr.
Okay.
But he is awesome.
Really?
Also, like, okay, the episode is amazing. And then there was this big thing online after the episode aired where people were like, oh, leave it up to Bill Burr. Like I haven't heard anyone else in Star Wars with a Boston accent. Be like, if that's the biggest issue you had with his performance is the fact that he has a Boston accent, then maybe fucking take a step back and applaud the fact that you forgot that was fucking Bill Burr who has a Boston accent.
Oh my god, dude! Bill Burr's in fucking Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yep.
In both seasons.
Both.
That show
I
is
haven't seen the second
incredible.
season. I've seen the first season with him, and he's pretty badass. So, yeah, that's a big one I can watch over and over again.
Yeah, I can watch Bill Burr over and over again. I can watch Tom Segura over and over again.
I have a hard time with Segura.
See, I like
Him and Kreischer.
I
Well, I
like.
love
Oh, I
Kreischer.
love Bert. I like.
Yeah,
Bert.
I'm on both. I'm just sort of like, yeah, I get it. It's funny. You know, it hasn't pulled me in.
Well, I love Bert because he's just genuine.
Yeah.
Like it's not so much about
haven't
the material.
spent a lot of
it's not so
time-
much about the material. It's Bert has a similar thing to what I have.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on stage, you've seen me. I'm laughing. I'm having a good time. Like I'm trying to hold in giggles and shit.
You're involved.
I'm
Yeah.
involved
Yeah.
because like I do this thing where like I had a comedian ask me about it after the show. He's like, don't you think it's kind of weird you laugh at your own material? It's like, I'm not laughing at my own material. I don't think I'm that fucking funny, honestly. Like I kind of think I'm an imposter. But what happens is I know where my laughs are, and as I'm telling jokes, like I know I'm like in a second I'm about to get a really big laugh, and I'm thinking about that laugh, and it's like. You know how like when you show your friend a funny video on your phone, right? You're not even looking at the video, but you're already laughing when you hand them the phone.
You're more
And then
excited than he
And
is.
then you're still laughing at their reactions because
Yeah.
you're waiting for their. That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing on
Yep.
stage. Is I'm getting so tickled because I'm like these fucking like 12 strangers have no idea what's coming for them. You know what I mean? Like it's a very dark thing that's happening in my brain, honestly. No, but it's that. So it's that anticipation, and like I laugh when other people laugh. Yeah. Like I'm a contagious laugher, and I know it's coming. So I'm like, oh god, here it comes. You know. So there's that aspect of it, and then also like when I'm on stage, like I have pretty bad anxiety, and like so before I go on stage, I have to get high. Like so I get like the right amount of high, you know. And then I'm not masking anymore because, like, when I'm sober and, like, walking around, like, if I'm in Target, I'm not shaking because I'm in Target. I'm, like, basically, my brain is, like, pretend to be a normal person, you know? But when I'm up there doing comedy, I get high enough so that I can stop doing that because I'm already talking about being autistic. Like, I don't have to hide the fact that I'm autistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I were in Walmart just walking around shaky, you'd be like, what's wrong with that retard? But if I'm, like, on stage and I'm like, hey, I'm autistic, and you're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, you know? So... So there's that happening, but like I don't talk about being autistic until like around like the 7-minute mark. So this first couple of minutes I'm shaking, but I've realized what it's doing is people are laughing because my like starting with my opening joke, my opener is I'm getting your laugh like as soon as I get to the mic. Like I'm not waiting. I'm not telling you like a slow story that ends with a laugh like 3 minutes in and you're like, all right, we can loosen up, you know.
Bam, bam,
right
bam,
off
bam.
that right off the bat, I'm trying to get a laugh.
Yeah.
And so I get those first couple, and then people are like, okay, well he's funny. But what's going on? And then they start leaning in. And so they're laughing, and then they're leaning in, and now they're fully engaged.
They're trying to
not going
figure
away.
you out.
That's my metronome. Like, I don't have to pace. I'm pulling them in because they're like, he's funny, and we don't know what's going on yet. And so they're like, what is... And they start getting in closer. You know? And so that's kind of like... I don't know. There's weird stuff like this, like weird technical aspects to comedy and performances and stuff like that I can literally talk about for hours.
Yeah.
Like, this is why... this is like the thing that makes me feel less like I have imposter syndrome is the fact that like I've talked to other comedians and people who've been doing it for longer than me even, and they have no idea what I'm talking about sometimes. I'm like, no, like I can dive into the nuts and bolts and like that kind of like I'm like with comedy, I'm like that teenager that has to like build his own car before he can get his license.
Yeah.
You know? So like I built my car, I get my license. Now I'm like showing up to school and they're like, "Oh, hey, your car sounds great." And I'm like, "Yeah, 150 horsepower, all this kind of shit, right?" And they're like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I just started driving last week." Yeah, they're like, "I just figured out how to roll the windows down." You know, it's that kind of shit.
My parents bought me a Civic. Like,
But those kids that like love cars and are gearheads,
They
like
get it.
that's what they're into. That's why
Yeah.
you have kids that like by the time they graduate high school can build a complete fucking car from scratch because that's what they fucking love and that's what they spend all their time on. Comedy is what I love and it's what I spend all my fucking time on. So yeah, I've only been doing it 2 years in regular human time. You don't understand how this thing fucking works. You know, my brain is different.
Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, when he said
Oh,
that's how
there
this
you
thing fucking works, he was pointing at his brain.
I realized as I was doing it, that's why I
I
added
think everybody knew that.
Or his eyeballs. I mean, he's been drinking a little bit.
That's why I threw on that extra sentence. I was like, man, oh yeah, they can't see me pointing. My brain's just different.
Well,
Just wanted to make sure everybody knew what was happening.
where can people go to follow you and your and follow your journey as it continues?
On
Well, I already friend you, so
yes,
hit me up.
you already
So,
friend requested
boom.
me. Matt, you're already blocked. No, no. On Facebook and Instagram.
Did you just do that? Because I was friends with you actually just this morning.
Yeah, no, we're friends. I wouldn't block you.
Really?
Who knows when I might need an alibi or a scapegoat? Like,
Or a tent in the woods.
A tent in the woods.
AJ was at my house.
who knows when I might decide to re-enlist in Boy Scouts? You know. Get at me, buddy.
I got kicked out of Boy
So
Scouts.
tell them where they can find you. Tell them where they can find you.
On Facebook and Instagram, AJ Wilkerson Comedy. Just search AJ Wilkerson Comedy, and that's my username on those. And then on Twitter, it is Captain Autism with an underscore at the end. And then on TikTok, it is Captain Autism with an underscore between the two.
And are we going to see any, if not podcasts, you think we're going to see some maybe some TikTok traffic here on this tour?
My TikTok's actually doing okay.
Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff on TikTok.
Maybe,
like I post.
maybe you do something with Mewes down the road. You guys do a little collaboration.
I'm hoping.
you know?
I'm hoping that is the case.
Pretty dope.
I am getting ready. I mean, I'm about to start a new podcast with Bob. So Bob Smith runs like the Gainesville comedy shows. He's the one, like the guy I started with, and he helped me out a lot. But he was like a touring road comic for like 25 years. Like
that guy's got some awesome stories.
and he's open for like Carrot Top and Rodney Dangerfield, so I want to like get some of those old stories out of him.
Yeah.
And so I want to do, we'll have a podcast where basically I ask him like old stories from the road. I'll mix in like new stories about like things that I'm learning on the road. We'll talk about comedy and kind of some things that are going on in the world. But it's just like an old man and then a kid with autism, and that's that's.
I think you just found your title right there.
exactly.
Well, AJ, man, I'm really glad that we were able to sit down here tonight. I know we've had a lot of fun this evening, and I think Carl has gone to his Jeep to go to sleep. So
I hope he's sleeping in it.
he had already planned on doing that. So knowing that Matt was going to be,
3 glasses ago he did.
oh man, he's going to have a rough morning. Anyway, we'll be following, man, and we'll be posting updates to the Porchville Facebook page and all that good stuff.
Yep.
And
Good luck, man.
we're
Good luck.
We're
Just to make
thrilled,
sure,
brother.
just to make sure none of you guys like come back and try and like Ted Kennedy me. Like all of the jokes tonight were in fun. Nobody take it serious. Like, yeah, I don't want to get shot in like a hotel kitchen.
Dude,
you know?
I've been fat all my life, so yeah, I know. I got rhino skin like out the ass.
They called me like the fat last samurai. I used to be actually much bigger, so I'm kind of the same way. Like fat jokes don't even bother me anymore.
That was a pretty good one. That was a good
man.
one. I got to give it to Reed on that one. So
Yeah, that was really good.
well, man,
He doesn't look like Tom Cruise though.
keep us posted. You know when you're in town. You
But
know,
I
if
do look like his little brother in Rain Man, so.
Let us know when you're in town, man. We'll sit down again, ladies and gentlemen. It's another episode of the Porchville Podcast.
Hell
Oh,
yeah!
yeah. This has been a wild one, and I want to say thank you to everybody for being here tonight. PorchvillePod.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Porchmail at PorchvillePod.com. Hit that subscribe button. Let us know. Let us know how we're doing, and tell your friends. Tell your friends. Bye bye.
You push me into the